Welcome to FPL Grind, where I will be helping you in making your dream FPL team. So, last week was alright for me and very good for a lot of people, with Watkins, Son, Trippier and Salah all scoring decent points. So, it was pretty good for a lot of managers. Now we turn on to Game Week 10. Let's see what we can do about Game Week 10. So, the top transfers this week are Watkins and Salah due to their explosive form, Douglas Luiz because he scored a lot of points last week and Aston Villa has a favourable run of fixtures. Then we have Bukayo Saka, who had two difficult game weeks with Chelsea and City. Now he's back. And Tsimikas, who is there in a lot of teams because Robertson is injured for a decent amount of time now, and Tsimikas will be guaranteed in starting lineups. So let's take a look at my team for this week. In goal, I have Alphonse Areola, who faces Everton, because my other choice is Matt Turner, who faces Liverpool, and Everton is definitely scoring lesser goals than Liverpool, so Areola is the choice to go to here. He costs £4.2 million and is owned by 36% of managers. Areola is a good goalkeeper and I believe that there is a chance of clean sheet, a decent chance. Now moving on to my defense, I have Dunburn, who is performing really well, and in the Champions League also to Borussia Dortmund. They conceded a single goal only. Newcastle defense looks pretty solid right now. If you can afford Prepare, definitely go for him because he is an assist machine. But if you can't, then Bourne and Schär are good options because Bodman is currently injured. And I have in my team and I'm hoping that he returns quickly because the fixtures are pretty good for Newcastle right now. And Bodman and Bourne combination worked really well for me 1 week and it can work well in the future as well, so I'm hoping Botman returns quite quickly. My next defender is Destiny Udogie, who was he was not a bit unlucky, but we were a bit unlucky because he was subbed 5 minutes prior to getting his clean sheet points and the 2 points for playing. So he could have got 6 points but only got 1 point, which is really unlucky for me because, I didn't really like it. I had doubled up on Spurs defense and it was going to work with Romero and Udogie both getting clean sheet points, but it didn't really work in the end. So yeah, but Destiny Udogie is still a decent choice. He faces Crystal Palace, who are not in a very good form right now. They're not attacking a lot, and Spurs defense is still pretty good, so I believe I can develop this week as well with Udogie and Romero. So my next defender, as I stated, is Christian Romero, who is great centre back at the moment and he's performing really well. He also costs £4.9 million and is selected by 17.5% of people. Udogie is the popular pick here with 21% of people, but he can be subbed off as we saw last week, but Romero has less chances of getting subbed off in the middle of a match because he's pretty solid and really important for the team. So now coming up to the midfielders, I have Mo Salah, who has scored a lot of points in the last 2 game weeks, I guess 32. I made him captain the first week, but then in the second week there was a lot of hype around Haaland beating Brighton, so I thought let's make Haaland my captain, but I definitely suffered due to that decision. I should have made Salah or Son my captain. Of course I don't have Son in my team, so I should have gone for Salah, but I just missed the opportunity. And Mo Salah again scored 16 points with his brace against Everton. Also he got the clean sheet as well, so the 3 bonus points were definitely for him. He is getting the bonus points in, and if he is a captain in your team there are 6 bonus points definitely, so he's a really good pick at the moment. I guess he's definitely better than Haaland, who faces Manchester United in the upcoming week, but Salah faces Nottingham Forest, so you should definitely consider Salah over Haaland as this week's captain. His price is getting higher and higher by the week, so if you want to own him, you should definitely do him now, even by getting -4 points, as I guess he is totally worth it. 40% of managers own him. So yes, if you're not owning him, you're definitely missing a lot of points. Now coming on to my next midfielder, my transfer of this week, I transfer Bryan Mbeumo to Bukayo Saka because Bryan Mbeumo has delivered a really good amount of points last week, I guess 14, and he was not performing very well in the previous game weeks, and I had already decided to sell him. Now Bukayo Saka is having good fixtures. This week he faces Sheffield United, who concede a lot of goals almost every game week, so he is a good captain choice for this week. So therefore I took Saka in for Mbeumo, who faces, I guess, Chelsea. So definitely I think it's a good transfer. I also want Watkins in my team at the moment because he faces Luton this week, which is, I guess, the most favourable fixture of this season for Villa. But I don't have the funds, as well as I don't have free transfers anymore, so I have to wait 1 or 2 more weeks to get Watkins in my team, and I'm definitely having the fear of missing out. Coming back to Saka, he costs £8.5 million. After his injury, he went down in the price a little bit, and 48% of people now own him, so he's definitely a great player and a great addition to my team. Next midfielder in my team is James Maddison, who faces Crystal Palace. James Maddison is a great player, and he just gave points in the match against Fulham last week. He also costs £8.1 million now, which is like £0.6 million higher than his original price, and almost 40% of managers own him. So again, just like Salah and Saka, if you don't own him, you are missing a lot of points, I guess. So Maddison is definitely scoring some points this week, I hope. But yeah, let's see what he does. My next midfielder is James Ward-Prowse, who ever since I took him is just blanking every week. He's like 4 or 5 game weeks now without any points, So I am really disappointed with this selection in my team. He's a great player, and I always expect something from him because he takes corners, he takes free kicks, and a lot of set pieces are very effective in a team like West Ham because there are tall guys like Kurt Zouma and Tomas Soucek and Kufal. So I hope that West Ham score more goals with Ward-Prowse as their heartbeat. Let's see what he does. £6.3 million is his price, and 12.5% of people own him. The recent run of fixtures is still great for West Ham, and they face Everton this week. So if you can afford Bowen, definitely go for him. But if you cannot, then you should go for Ward-Prowse, because I guess some amount of points is coming from him because he has been quiet lately, and he will score some points now. My last midfielder is Phil Foden, who is participating in a Manchester derby this game week, and it's an away, so it's at Old Trafford. Definitely the match is not going to be easy, but last season Foden and Haaland both scored a hat-trick against United, and Manchester United are definitely very good defensively, so I guess Foden can still score points. I'm giving him 1 or 2 more weeks because he is not a budget midfielder, and I can afford Watkins if I go down from Foden to Gaurav Mitoma, who is again having a lot of good fixtures in the recent future. So let's see if Foden delivers this time. If he does, I'll check my decision again. But if he doesn't, he is definitely going out of the team. £7.6 million is his price, and about 11% of managers own him. Now coming on to my forwards, I have Erling Haaland, who faces Manchester derby, just like Phil Foden, and his ownership is still going down. He's down to 85.8%, and his price is £14 million. And for that price, he should do some things like scoring a brace this time or something like that, because a lot of people are making him captain and suffering. So I have decided that I won't be going for Haaland as my captain in the coming 2-3 game weeks, because I really want differentials to score and to make my rank better. There was one game week when I didn't make Haaland my captain and made Salah my captain, and I was like 2 million ranks down in that same game week. It was a great game week for me, so I will be not making Haaland my captain this week, that is for sure. My next forward is Carlton Morris, who I am going to replace with Archer from Sheffield United, because Morris and Archer are almost the same. They rarely score goals, but both of them start almost every game, so they are good for the budget for the team. So I will be transferring Morris out, but I will be giving him one last chance because I don't have a lot of my substitutes playing this week because one is suspended and the other two are injured, so that's why I have to play Morris this game week. £5.5 million the price, and only 5.8% people own him. So if he scores penalties, that might be a differential for me. So I'm really praying for Morris to score a goal or something, Now coming up to my leadership choices, I will be making Saka my captain this week because he faces Sheffield United and is bound to score some points, I guess, if he doesn't give penalty to Odegaard or Kai Havertz just like he did against Bournemouth. I really want him to score some massive points this weekend. Now my vice captain will be Salah, who faces Nottingham Forest, and this can be subject to change because I can make Salah my captain, but really I am thinking of going with Saka at the moment. Now taking a look at my bench, I have Matt Turner, who faces Liverpool, so obviously he's on the bench. Then I have Avoni, who faces Liverpool but is injured, and then there is Sven Botman, who faces Crystal Palace, and Emerson, who is suspended for taking 5 yellow cards. So I was really thinking of playing Emerson this weekend, but he is not going to play, so that's not possible. I have 0 free transfers as I transferred in Saka and transferred out Mbema. My squad cost is £101.3 million and my bank balance is £0.4 million. So I'll be definitely going from Foden to Mitoma, I guess, next week, and then Morris to Archer, and then this will allocate some funds for me to purchase Watkins. And this is a really long plan, I know, but I can speed it up by getting a -4 again. So let's see what I can do. So that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to FL Grind. It really means a lot, makes me happy. See you next week. Have a great game week. Until next time, peace out.